is going on, you guys? I'm in such a good mood today. I don't know, I'm on a roll. Okay, I'm about to film another video right after this, but today I'm going to be sharing with you all my foundation routine, finally. So I'm going to show you how I get a full coverage yet subtle, like it's not a natural, like you can tell I'm wearing makeup, but it's not super glam is what I mean. It's super simple and easy to do. I posted this like little video on Snapchat of me dancing to Evie Queen. And I was wearing my makeup like this, and a lot of people asked me like what I was wearing on my face, so this is exactly what I wore that day. I also have a new little friend here. I got a plant for my background. I also asked some of my Snapchat fam like what I should add there, and a lot of you guys said a plant, and I kind of like it. I feel like it's a little too big, but you know what? It's cute, okay? Other than that, I'll leave hair details down below. It's a wig, okay? This is a wig. I'm kind of trying to, you know, but yeah, it's a wig. It's gonna be listed down below, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. I don't have anything on my skin right now except for my moisturizer, and I do have a shirt on, by the way. You just can't really, you know, see it on camera, but I have a shirt on. My skin, you guys already know if you've been watching my videos for a while, or if not even for a while, if you watch my last few videos, you know that I have acne. It's normal, it's there. So there are ways to cover that, which I'm gonna show you how I do that today. Well, actually, before I even get into foundation, I'm gonna prime, of course. So I'm gonna prime with my Dr. Brant Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. This primer is bomb. It mattifies, it also pore minimizes and all of that kind of stuff. I've had this forever and it's so small. I have two of them, but I still have them both, and both of them cost, I think, less than the full size, and you get the same amount. So I love this stuff. It's one of my favorite primers. I get asked that a lot, like what my favorite primer is, and I really like this one. I want to try the Becca Evermatte primer because my skin has been very oily lately. I'm not sure what is going on, but it's been super oily. I just like to have a really matte base because I'm telling you, my skin, it gets very oily throughout the day. And then I have pores like around here, so of course gotta put it right there. But from there, I've been loving two foundations lately. These are the only ones that have basically been doing it for me, because my other foundations have just gotten too oily throughout the day. So the two that I've been using a lot lately, the Clinique Beyond Perfecting, this is a foundation and concealer in one, and my Loreal Infallible Pro Matte. For today, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte because this is one of my current go-to foundations, and I'm going to apply this with my Real Techniques complexion sponge. I dot it mainly around where I have where I have my scars. I'm like running out of it already, so I need to go purchase a new one. And the shade that I have, I'm just letting you guys know, it's like a little bit darker. Summer's around the corner, so I'm like, do I really gotta go buy another one? So I'm just gonna work with what I have. I mainly concentrate the product just around where I have my scars, and then I spread it out. If I need more coverage later, I can go in with a little bit more. That's not a problem. And as you guys can see, it's like a little tiny bit darker, or it's a little more yellow, I should say. So I've basically got this everywhere. It's not perfect. I also need to blend it. Okay, so you can still see my scars right there, right? So once I finish blending everything out, then I go in with a tad more. And you can totally skip this. You can use a super full coverage foundation if you would like, but for me, I would rather do these little steps. I feel like I get the best finish that way. But keep in mind, what works for me may not always work for you. Okay, so from there, now that our face is pretty much evened out, we're going to conceal or brighten. So lately I've been using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I used this when it first came out, I believe, and I couldn't find a good shade, but now I found a good one, and this is medium neutral. So I'm just gonna swipe this all underneath the eyes. You can go in with less if you'd like, or you can go in with more if you'd like. It's totally up to you. When they sent me this concealer, I was so excited because I really have been wanting to try it again, I haven't used this concealer in forever, and I do still like it. Okay, so now that we look a little bit crazy, we're gonna go ahead and blend that out. And I'm gonna use the same sponge. I'm not gonna go around switching my tools. So with my concealer, I've said this a few times before, what I do is I blend it out slightly. And then once I blend it out slightly, then I let it sit underneath my eyes for a little bit before I completely blend it. That way it kind of gets a little bit tacky and dry, and it kind of mattifies, and it gives a little more coverage rather than just blending it out right away. I feel like it kind of just disappears that way. On my eyelids though, I do go ahead and blend everything out. And then here. Okay, now that it's dried up a little, you can go ahead and blend it all out. Okay, and to set that, of course, I'm going to use my Coty Airspun loose face powder. I use the translucent extra coverage. If I'm going to do more of a natural everyday kind of look, I don't like using my Laura Mercier. I like to use that one a lot more when it's like a special event or something. But for today, we're going to use this and set the under eyes. Not baking at all. I'm going to blend it right in. And I know this is going to be kind of like weird. It's going to look like I'm picking my nose, but I'm not. What I like to do is go like this and set this area, because my nose tends to crease right there and it's kind of annoying. So I just tap my powder in there and it's all good to go. I also set my eyelids because my eyelids get super oily and they crease a lot as well. So for bronzing, I'm actually using a pressed powder. This is a setting powder, but it's a little bit too dark for me, so I'm gonna use it for bronzing. And I've been using this lately and I love it because it's matte. It's their Stay Matte Sheer Pressed Powder. It's also oil free, and I use it in the color 05 Stay Spice. And when I apply it, I use my Morphe E3. These two lately have been like my faves. So I'm gonna run this on my cheeks, and this has more of a pointy edge, so it also adds a little bit of definition. I like to be super bronzed, so I pretty much apply this everywhere. Now that we're done bronzing, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight, which I wish I would have done before bronzing, but what can you do? So I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator. Just gonna sweep some on here, on here. I don't like really pink blushes, but this one right here is super pretty. It's like a bronzy blush. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's her Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blusher in the Climax. So you're supposed to pop the middle shade on the apples of your cheeks and then swish the outer shade and put that on the cheekbone. You know what, and I also like to put some on my nose. I'm also going to pop some of my highlighter on the inner corners, or in the inner corners of my eyes, before I put my inner corner glitter, because I do sometimes put a little bit of glitter in the inner corner. But from there, we can go ahead and move on to adding the little inner corner glitter. So I'm gonna use this Stila Diamond Dust. This is one of their new products, and it's a liquid glitter eyeshadow. So what I do is take some on the back of my hand, and I tap like a little pencil brush and pop that in the inner corner of my eye, just to make my inner corner pop even more. And the last few steps, it's basically mascara, lashes, and lip color. But I'm gonna leave those details in the description box, because I basically just wanted to show you how I get my base for when I want a full coverage, long lasting, more natural or subtle kind of foundation or makeup look, you know what I mean. So just make sure to check the description box so you can see like what lashes and lip color I ended up wearing. Actually, before I go, I need to set my face, which I'm going to show you guys what I use to set my face. First, I use my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray to lock in my makeup and pretty much make it last all day. And to kind of take away some of the powderiness and to give my face a little more hydration and a life, I'm going to use my Milk Makeup Face Mist. And that is pretty much how I do my base or my foundation when I'm doing more of a natural glam. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Especially if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have not watched my last video, you can just click right over here and it'll take you directly to my last video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all and I will see you all in my next video.